All right, welcome everyone. Seems like we're good to go. So for those who don't know me, my name is Andre, and the goal with the live stream today is to find out if AI in WordPress is any good yet. And as far as I know, ZipWP is the best one. I don't think there are any better AI website builders with WordPress yet. So today we're gonna test this one out. And what's new with it is that it works with Elementor. Before it used to only work with the block builders. So it also makes the generated websites easier to edit now. So we're gonna try to build a bunch of websites with it. I actually have some ideas over here. We're gonna try to build a super simple local business website. We're gonna use Elementor for it. We're also gonna try a professional blog and an e-commerce site. I'm really curious how it's gonna handle these ones. I'm pretty sure it's gonna have some trouble with them. Hey Tisa, welcome to the stream. And then another cool thing is that it can generate websites. This AI can generate websites in different languages. So we're gonna try that one out as well. It supports over 50 major languages. So that should be pretty cool. Finally, we're gonna try a viewer site idea. So if you guys have an idea, we could try and generate one. I'm thinking maybe we could have like a booking site. Let me see this. Like a booking site, maybe like a site for a barber shop or something like that. And we're gonna see how that goes. So we're gonna build all of these websites live, and we're gonna see what issues we bump into. I'm sure we're gonna find a bunch of issues with it, but we're gonna try to fix them live and see how it goes. All right, so let's jump in. First, we want to go to the ZipWP website, and if you want to use my affiliate link, you'd support the channel. I'd be very grateful. You can go to wpmkr.com/zip, like this, wpmkr.com/zip. And this is the ZipWP website. Let's check out the pricing. I've noticed they're experimenting with different stuff right now. So they're offering hosting as well in these packages. This one is the starter one. It's $132 and you get hosting for one live site with them. I think that's pretty cool actually, because their hosting is really fast and you get AI website generations and hosting for this price. It's pretty good value for money. But if you already have hosting and you only want to generate sites with AI, you can use this one. So this one doesn't have hosting, but you can generate AI sites and then you can move them over to your own hosting. But actually what's cool is that you can try it out for free. So you can go here, click get started, and then you can start trying it out and generating your own site for free. You get 2 website generations for free. So it's really cool that you can try it out and at no cost. So that's what we're gonna do right now. I already have an account. I have the Pro Cloud plan. And once you, like if you get a free account, you're gonna log in and then get to this exact dashboard. So we have the dashboard here. This is gonna be a list of the sites that we make. And then we can create sites. So you can create blank WordPress sites if you want, or you can create complete sites from scratch using AI. They also have blueprints. We're gonna look at this later. It's pretty cool. You can save sites and share them with clients really easily, and you can also duplicate them easily. And then here you have the hosting part. So if you actually host a real live site with them, it's gonna be here. But for us today, we're gonna focus on generating a complete site. And let me see if I missed anything. I didn't. So let me set a marker. All right. I think we have more people coming in. Welcome, guys. Don't be shy. Let me know if you have any questions. Let's jump to trying to make the first complete site with it. So let's give it a name. I'm thinking to make this as realistic as we can generate a real website. So let's look for like a dental clinic in London, let's say. And let's open up the top 3 sites. And I've already done this before to take a look at them, and I couldn't believe how bad they are. Like, what's this button over here? What the heck is that? It's kind of funny that we are in 2025 and people are still making funny looking websites. Look at this one. What's this? I don't want that. What the heck? Go away. All right, cool. So we have the 3 dental sites here, and we can just use, let's go to the about page for this one. And we can just try to tell the AI to make a site like this one and see if it does a better job than what this site is. So let's say, what are these guys called? London Dental Center. This website is for doctor. Do they have dentist? Dentist, nice. So let's keep these 2 on. And we're gonna make it in English, but like I said, we're gonna try a different language as well later. These ones we don't care about. If it's we need these if we want our own domain on it, but we don't. So we click next, and then we can write, you know, like London Dental was established 1997, and then so you can give it your own description and improve it using AI. But to make it quicker, we can just copy what these guys say, and then let's improve it using AI. And then basically it just formats it in a nicer way for you. And then we can click next. How people can get in touch with you. If we put in info here, it's gonna use it on the contact page, I believe, but we can skip this step for now. And then it's gonna generate some, it's gonna find some images for us apparently. And I think the way to go here is to pick like a mix of portrait and landscape images. So from orientations, we can click landscape first, and let's choose a few. Obviously, you'll be able to replace these later, but let's just choose a few images here. What else do we like? Children? Nah, let's not have children on the site. Let's do this one. Cool. And now, next, let's choose some portrait mode. I kind of like this guy. He looks quite happy. Let's see what else. Let's just choose this guy. This way we're gonna keep our images consistent. And then we click next, and it's gonna generate some options for us to choose from, I think. But from the editor here, I'm gonna choose Elementor for this one. I think Elementor sites are just easier to edit. And let's see what we get with that. Let me pop up. See. Cool, so we got some sites generated here that we could choose from. And let's see which ones we like. I think this one is looking simple, but all right. I like this one actually. So I'll keep this one in mind. And this one looks all right. This one as well, maybe. But which one do we like the most? I think this one. Let's try this one out and see what happens. All right, so if we click it, we can actually see the whole site. And then we need to go back to other designs if we want to check others. But let's just go with this one. And over here, we can change the text. This applies to the whole website. And I'm going to leave the default one, but we can also change the colors, which I think is pretty cool. These look really good. But for a dental site, I think the blue works best. And I actually kind of like this blue. What was the original site? This seems to be close to the shade that the original site uses. So let's continue with this one. And then we can add e-commerce, apparently they're saying, but let's keep it simple for starters. And we can try this later, try to do this later, but I think this is gonna make it too complex for the AI to do properly. So let's just start building without that and see what we get. Add to cart there. So now it's generating it for us. So we just gotta wait for a bit. Welcome guys. So I was telling everyone we're going to use ZipWP today to generate 5 different sites. We're generating the first one right now, which is a local business website in Elementor. And we're going to try to remake a site like this for a London dental clinic and see how good or bad of a job the AI does. So we're waiting on that for now. I think, all right, it's done. Let's visit the dashboard and let's also see the website. And I'm gonna close the other tabs for now. All right, so this is what it came up with. I actually like it. Transform your smile today. Explore transformative dental results. Damn, I really love the way these photos are laid out. I think it would take me quite a while to make a site like this. So we made it in like 2 minutes with a really short description that we stole from these guys' site, but everyone has, you know, like a Facebook page or somewhere they have some basic information about their own business that we could copy and put into the AI, and it comes up with this. I think that's pretty cool. Let me zoom that out. So this is the 100% more natural size for the site. We're doing cosmetic dentistry, orthodontic, and periodontics. Let's see if the buttons work. This one does. It goes to the about page. Cool. Some information about this. Damn, I'm actually impressed and surprised that it did such a good job. I'm sure not everything's perfect, and I'm already spotting that we're gonna need a logo and a bunch of other stuff, but this is pretty good, I think, for, you know, a few clicks. And it already has a blog. The images look really good. Maybe the blog itself could use some adjustments. I don't like how it's super like small, you know. I'd like it to be wider here. And the contact page, damn, that's really good. And I think the best part about it is that we can easily edit it in Elementor. So let's look at the backend, see what we get there. It's giving us some, like a to-do list to finish the site, set site title, search engine visibility, cool. All right, I think we're gonna do all of these by ourselves, so we can dismiss this setup. Let's dismiss this as well. Let's do the Elementor update, and then I like to get rid of all of these. Do that, we can just uncheck them from here and get rid of all this mess. No thanks. All right, get rid of all the mess. Let's see the post. We have the 3 blog posts, cool. And it created a general category for us. And we have the main pages. Let's see what plugins we have. We have the ultimate add-ons. I'm not sure we use this, but we can leave it for now, and we're gonna see if it actually uses it. Sure forms. This is for the contact page form. Elementor, which is the builder we chose, and starter template, which is the, you know, the template that we chose. And this one, I'm not sure if it's used, but we're gonna leave it enabled for now. Let's look at the settings. All right, the SEO settings. So if we want to uncheck this, it's gonna make it available to Google and search engine bots, but we're gonna leave it as it is. Let's look how and see how the pages are built. Let's so that you guys can see better. And let's see how the homepage is built in Elementor. Let's not use these because we don't need them now. So we have this container here. let's actually look here and see how this is built. So we have one container with the two sub-containers, then heading and info card. So if you guys are new to Elementor, it's the easiest editor, in my opinion, that you can get right now for a WordPress site. So what you see here is your actual site, and you can change everything here by just clicking on it. And then you can change whatever you clicked on the right side, you can change it on the left side. So your smile, we could say made better. And then that's how easy it is to change some text. If you want to change an image, again, you just click it, and then we can ignore that. And then click the image here, and you can choose one of the other images that you already have, or you can upload one from your computer to the site. So it's really cool that a website like this can be super easily edited by yourself, or the agency if you have an agency, but it can also be really easily edited by your clients. So it'd be really cool to offer a site like this for really cheap, because it's easy to make, and then they can update it themselves. Or if you have your own business, it makes it much easier to make your own site. And I think this site is 90% of the way there. Let's see, this is an info card, and it contains this button as well. So it's probably, you play around with these settings and you can change everything about it. This is the title, icon, call to action. So this is the button. Change it to text if you want. So you can change anything here by just clicking it and then playing around with the settings on the left side. I accidentally made this smaller, and I pressed Ctrl-Z to undo it. I think most of you guys already know that. So this seems to be built like a web designer would build it. Really, like, I don't see any big issues with how this is built. And let's check out the tablet view. So this is what it looks like on tablet. It's already optimized, it looks like. And on mobile, it's also already optimized. So that's really cool. Then you can see the menu here. All right, awesome. Let's publish that. We didn't make any changes, but I'm just gonna click publish to make sure. And what else do we want to see? Let's see. I think so. You've seen how to change the in this way that I've just shown you. You can change the about, the home about services. The blog is a little bit special, I think. We're gonna see that in a second, but the contact page is the most different one. So we can edit it by opening it, and then we can edit in Elementor. And most of the things here can be edited the same way, but I'm curious how this contact form is built, because this one is different. It's built in Sure Forms. And I usually use a different plugin. I use WP Forms usually, but this one is built in Sure Forms, but I think Sure Forms is really good. So let's click edit and see how we can change this. It uses the block editor, and we have some settings for it here. So we could change things like the confirmation message that you get when we fill it in. Let's try Andre, my email. Hey, can I get an appointment for Thursday? Let's submit it, and we get this thank you message. So if we want to edit that, we saw it here and change it here. We have the email notifications that we can change as well. So I'm guessing these are the emails that you get when someone fills in your form, and you can change them here. Like, this is going to be the name of the sender, subject of the email. So we have those here. Cool. And if we want to change the fields themselves, we can click them here, or we can add new ones like a checkbox or whatever from over here. That's cool. I'm gonna leave it the way it was. I don't want to play with it too much, because I might break it, but it doesn't seem hard to edit. I just don't want to waste too much time on it in this stream. All right, so this seems much easier to edit than I expected. And I believe we have the Sure forms here in the dashboard. And we have, but we have the entries here. So in case for any reason you don't get or you don't see the email that you got from your site, you can read we actually click entry 1 and you can read the message that you got over here. And the email server, it tells me that it couldn't send me the email to notify me. And this is because I'm not on real hosting, right? This is just like a test website. All right, super cool. Let's see, what are we gonna do next? We've seen the responsiveness. Let's see how to edit the blog page. I think it's in appearance customized, because the blog page we can't edit in Elementor, in the free version of Elementor. We have the blog page here, and you see for the contact we can edit with Elementor, but for the blog we can't. So if we click it, it's gonna be editable in the block editor, but we can't do a lot from here. I think instead most of the settings are over here in the customize tab. Excuse me, where could it be? I think it's in general. Let's preview the blog page. We can change a bunch of things here that are controlled by the team, which is the Astra team in this case. For example, we have this small arrow here for back to top. You can see we can edit it here, so we could disable it and it's gonna go away. I actually don't want that one. I'm gonna hide it. Miscellaneous. Also, I think we can add a sidebar by using this one, but we don't have a sidebar yet. I don't want to add a sidebar. I actually just want to make the posts themselves. When we read one, I want to make it wider. Right, so it's in post types. So in post types, we have the single post. And let's see what we can change here. We can hide the comments if we don't want them. There's that setting here. And we got rid of them. We also have the related posts. I'm gonna keep those. The box shadow, let's see what it makes the shadow. The content width, this is what I wanted to change. So it's default, we can set a custom one, and I'm gonna make it 150. Let's open it on the actual site as well. See. So it looks like this right now for the blog page and like this for the single post. And I'm gonna save the 1050 and it's gonna make it wider now. All right, that was easy. And we can further change the, first let's see if this, I don't think, of course we can like rewrite the blog post. We can either click edit post here or go to it from the posts, open one, and we can change the text here and align it better, like make it like this. That'll give it better spacing. But let's see if we can change the blog page itself now. So there was the single post, and the blog/archive should control this one. So let me go here, blog as well. The blog title. All right, that was the hero section here. I actually want to keep it, and we can edit here. Let's container layout. Let's see if we can change the number of posts that are shown. So we can show them like this, or like this, or the way it was, which is I think the best one. Posts per page. What happens if we do just 2 posts? It gives us page numbers here that we can change. All right, that's really useful. I'm gonna leave it at 10. So once we get to, I'm gonna leave it at 9 actually, so that it's gonna be 3 rows of 3 posts each, and then the 10th post is going to be on the second page. Cool. And we can even make the title be first. All right. Astra makes it. Astra in 2025 is really good, to be honest. It's so intuitive. Like, I haven't used this in years, I think, and it used to be really different, but now it's easier than ever before to use it. So we can add different like metadata here. So now it says date, leave a comment, and general, or we can hide those and it just shows the date. All right, really nice. Let's publish that. So the blog page is also really easy to edit. Now the last thing we need to edit to check out here, I think, is the header and the footer, because those are also in Astra. So those, I think, are also in customize. So again, we just go to appearance and customize, and we have the header here. And this way we can change the header. Let's start, and we also have the footer here. Let's start with the footer because it's easier. So let's see, what can we do here? We could do 3 columns. This is what I usually like. I like to do 3 columns here. So I just clicked this settings button, which controls the whole footer. And then I set it to 3 columns. And now we can add different elements here. So we could add like a footer menu here in the middle. And we can say that the footer menu is our main menu. And now we edit it here. And I'm sorry, I'm going too fast, I think. I'm not used to doing lives. This is my first live, so thank you for being here, by the way. So we can click any of these items. You can see they are the ones up here. So for the footer menu, I'm just clicking it to edit it. And then I can change the color of the text here, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, like that. So we've made it black. And then on this leftmost column, I want to add something. And normally I would put in like an image here. I think we can do that either with a widget or yeah, let's do widget, image, media library. Well, we don't have a logo, but let's just imagine that this photo is our logo. We're gonna select it. And we have the image here, it's really big. We can make it smaller. We could do the same if this was our logo. And if we imagine that it was, it's gonna show over here. So now we would have a logo on the left, or we can drag the menu here actually, and the logo could be in the middle. I'm wondering one last thing, if I could center, design, center. All right, so this would be our logo, the smiling guy. All right, that's good enough. So we edited our footer that way. We can publish it. And now it's gonna be on the main site, like that. And let's see how it would look on mobile as well. Looks super good. All right, nice. Next, we want to do the header. So let's do that. First, I was wondering, we can click mobile down here to see the mobile design. Let me see if you guys can see it. Yeah, cool. So now I'm in a mobile mode, and I would want this one to have some spacing on the top and bottom. So if this one was our logo, I clicked here to change the design settings, and then we could give it some, I've unlinked the values first, and then we could give it some top margin like that. I think 15 is enough, and 15 on the bottom, and now we have some space. And for the tablet one, what would I do here? This looks decent, but I'm not too happy with how the menu looks. So I'm wondering if I could do the same as the mobile version, because I'm pretty sure you can do that. Let me design padding. I think there's an easy way to do that in Astra, but I can't remember it right now. Footer menu. Maybe it's here. Yeah, I think it's here. So I'm changing the whole footer, you know, by clicking this one. And I want it like this. Yeah, there we go. And now for the widget, I'm gonna change the design, and let's see if we can do 0. It's already 0. Let's change the widget itself. And I think we can make it bigger, maybe just for tablet. Or does that make it bigger for everything? It does make it bigger for everything. All right, we're gonna leave it as it is for now. There's definitely a way to make it. If this was our logo, actually, this is good. It's just that the spacing is bad. And I don't want to fiddle with it anymore now, but I'm pretty sure in the settings we can remove the space somehow. We're gonna leave it as it is for now. And let's move on to the header. Let's go back to desktop. Hey, Similarks, welcome. I'm seeing your message now. What is logo ipsum? Is that like a template? I think you mean the text. We're using the AI generated text for now. Let me know if you meant something else. All right, so for the header is up here. I think it'd be cooler if it was a transparent header. So in order to do that, let's click it to edit it first. And I'm not sure if I can change it from here because I want to apply a transparent header to this page. And the way to do that might be from the page itself. So we can go to pages. For the home page, let's click it to edit it in WordPress. And then up here on the top right, there's the Astra settings. And I can go to advanced and enable the transparent header. Then return and save. And now on the home page, we should have a transparent header like this. Let me also edit my profile and hide the toolbar. Now we can refresh it. Cool. So now we have the transparent header, but the colors are messed up. So from the customizer, we want to edit the header again. We can either click here or click the header editor over here. And now it's telling us that this page uses the transparent header. And we can click here to customize it. So we can go to the design and we can change the colors from here. So the menu color should be white, like that. And the logo should also be white. Logo color, is it from here? I don't think it is. I think this is like the title text. It's not an actual logo. So site title. This one should. Okay, there we go. Let's see if we can also change the button. The button color, maybe we also want it white. With white border. All right. I think that's looking pretty good. Really nice. Let's see the mobile now. All right, perfect. I like it. As you can see, the about page still uses the non-transparent header, but we can change it the same way we did on the home page. All right, so everything about it was really easy to edit, to be honest. Maybe the contact form will take a little bit longer. You might need to configure it with your host, but that's usually super easy as well once you have it on a live host. And for the logo, you could make it with ChatGPT, or you could use one tool that I really like is Logo Maker. You can just get like an icon from here If you're not sure how to do that, you can watch my previous tutorials and I show how to make a logo and how to make a full-on site. All right, cool. So that's about it for a simple site like this. Oh, sorry about that. This is what I wanted to. Let's see. The next one would be a professional blog. So for the blog, I had this one in mind actually. But I think the site that we got already has a blog and it's pretty good. With some, so we have the posts here, and with you know, with some more fiddling around, you could get the spacing right and make it look pretty close to a professional blog like this. A blog doesn't have to be complicated, especially these days. It just needs to be clean, have good spacing, and focus on the info without a lot of fluff. Just some images, graphs. That's all good. And we already have everything we need here to do that. Maybe I would remove these and adjust a couple of other things, but we already have a very good blog. So that said, I'm not sure we should try the blog anymore. We should probably move straight to the e-commerce site and see if it's easy to make one with ZipWP. I think it's not gonna be easy. I think it's gonna really struggle with this one. I'd be really surprised if it works at all. So let's close these. And I'm gonna exit out of here. So now in the staging sites, we have the London Dental Center, which is the site that we just made. And we can create a new one. I'm gonna say complete website again. And I'm gonna start over because I want to make the e-commerce site right now. All right. What e-commerce site should we make? I had a link here called Beauty. This is a beauty e-commerce store. Again, I'm just trying to make a real site to keep it as close to what a real site would be. And let's see if these guys have an about, so that again we can just copy this and not have to come up with a description by ourselves. So let's call this one called Beauty as well. And we're gonna say it's for an e-commerce site. Again, we're gonna use English. And I'm just gonna copy this for the love of beauty. Since 2008, it's really cool that we have the year that they started. It's really good for the AI to have something to talk about in the copy. And then our mission, perfect. Give it as much info as possible to work with. Then let's improve the AI. Summarize all this. And then go to the next one. Again, I'm gonna skip the context stuff. Beauty products. Cool. Let's again pick a mix. So we're gonna go to landscape. It's always a good idea to have a mix of different things, different orientations selected here. I like the colorful one. Maybe that one. And this. And this. Cool. Now let's pick some portrait ones. And of course, you would swap these out later, either for your own site or for your clients. Let's try to keep a different style. So I'm gonna a similar style, sorry. So these two look alike, and this one as well. This one's too dark compared to the other ones that we chose. So if we use this to show this as an example site to our client real quick, create like a demo for them, we want to make sure it looks at least decent, and the photos are like a super big part of the designs. Let's do this one maybe. I'm just gonna we have 16 selected images. Hopefully that should be enough. Go next. And again, I'm gonna go with Elementor, but I'm really not sure that it's gonna do a good job with Elementor on this one, because it's gonna use the free version of Elementor, and that one doesn't have a lot of e-commerce functionality. All right, it already generated them. Let's see. Should we check out this one? So this site, they really optimized it for mobile. They're only thinking about the mobile visitors, which I think is a little weird, to be honest. Their style is... It looks good on mobile, but look at this. What's this on desktop? It's a massive edge-to-edge banner thing. All right, that's what they make. Cool. Let's see what the AI can make. So this is much simpler, as we can see, but it seems to have all of the needed functionality. Actually, it doesn't. Blog. So it doesn't have like a shop page. So let's exit out of this. But this is gonna exit us to the dashboard, so I'm gonna cancel. We actually need to click back to other designs. And I'm gonna try Elementor, but I'm pretty sure it's not gonna work with Elementor. So let's try this one, even though it doesn't have like a shop page, and continue. And just say to add e-commerce here. And instead of SureCart, I'm gonna use WooCommerce and disable SEO. And let's start building like that and see what it comes up with. So the big test, the e-commerce site. What do you guys think? Is it gonna make it? I'm pretty sure it's not gonna work. At least not with a lot of further input from us. Like, we're gonna need to edit a lot of stuff to get it to work, I think. Nearly done. So I'm thinking this is probably gonna fail, but it might be better if we try it with the block editor. And it's done. So let's see the dashboard and the site. I'm gonna close this one actually. It's so annoying to look at on desktop because they only made it for mobile. All right, so this is the website. It looks good. I think it looks beautiful. Look at this. But shop now. It sends you to the contact page. That's not a good sign, but what is a good sign is the actual shop page that exists, but no product. All right, the blogs, the blog posts, just like before, just like our previous try. Offerings. All right, I think this page looks beautiful. We could make it into something that makes sense. About the cult beauty history. All right, that looks good. And the homepage looks great, I think. The only thing, obviously there's a bunch that I would change, but the most important thing that I see wrong here, sorry about the only thing that I see wrong here is the shop links taking you to the contact page. We would need to point them to the shop page. But now let's see if we have any actual products. Was this store coming soon? All right. Note. So it has like a coming soon message. Let's see it on incognito. There's no coming soon message, but it's probably that it doesn't show the products. Let's set it to live. Right, so we set it to live, but there's probably still no product. Yeah. I'm gonna run the Elementor updater. Let me get rid of all of this stuff that we don't need right now. Dismiss. I'm being spammed by everything. All right, products. Do we have any at least? Skip guided setup. United Kingdom. Go to more. I'm really wondering if it made any products. Product. Show me some example one. ZipWP. Keeps sending me to customize the product. Hello? Yeah, it redirects me to this WooCommerce thing. So it's telling me to add a product, probably because there aren't any. So my product, let's just add one. Product image, select one, this one, publish. Congrats on adding your first product, right? So we didn't have any that were put here by the AI, but now we're gonna be able to see this one in the shop, and it has the reviews. It looks pretty good. We just need to change this button and be the first to review. Let's see it in incognito so that the website doesn't think we're logged in. So if we aren't logged in as an admin, it's telling us that the site is coming soon. Let's put it live. I thought I already did that. All right. So now it should be live. And this is how a visitor would see it. And we would need to configure WooCommerce, like, you know, the country, the shipping and all this stuff to get the add to cart button over here. But that's a decent starting point, to be honest. So the shop page itself is configured, and we can actually see the products. The gallery is looking pretty good. We have the reviews. I really like the design of the ratings. This is a good starting point. We would be able to turn, you know, it would take a couple of hours, but we would be able to turn this into a decent store, a decent e-commerce site. What else is different here from what we did before? We did the blog, the shop. I'm pretty sure for the shop, we would also go to appearance, customize, and most of the things should be able to be edited from here. So we have this WooCommerce option now, and we can edit the checkout, the cart, the product images. The product catalog is probably the shop page. Right, so products title area. Now it does this title. We could use this layout, and we could probably add like an image there as a hero image. But I want to change it back, so without the products title area. All right, and over here we can change the shop cards. Yeah, Astra is really good these days. So for the free version, it allows us to do a bunch of stuff. We could put the ratings first, like that. So everything about this can be edited, or at least most things can be edited from here. The single product page. So if we click this one, this is the product page itself. So when you see a product, we can have a sidebar, it says. Yeah, so we would need to actually design it, like add it here. But we're gonna keep it as it was. and we can change a bunch of other stuff from here. In my experience, Astra with WooCommerce works really well. So this is pretty good actually. Again, it's a little bit better than I expected. It's just a simple shop page, but you can definitely work with it and make at least a basic WooCommerce shop. Then you can keep adding all sorts of stuff and you can make it as simple or as complex as you need it. All right, cool. I also want to try a booking site, but I think I'm gonna take a 5-minute break and then we're gonna try the booking site and the site in a different language and see what it does. These two. We made a normal site, a blog, and an e-commerce site, and we've been streaming for what, like almost less than an hour, and we've made these three. At least they are good starting points, to be honest. Obviously, they're not finished sites. You would need to fiddle around in Elementor for a bit. But if you make one site, the next one is going to be much easier because you can save the existing one with the blueprints, which are these. If we have enough time, I'm going to show you the blueprints as well. As you can see, I've made two already, and it's really easy to duplicate them. So like if you make one e-commerce site, you can much easily make another one because you start from what you already have. And this functionality is really cool, especially for agencies, I think. But we're gonna see, and for freelancers and content creators and a lot of different use cases, to be honest. So I'm gonna take a quick break and then we're gonna do the other two. All right, we back. How's it going? What should we do first? Should we do the different language site? Or maybe you guys have any idea of a site that we should build? If you do, just write it in the chat and I'll try it. Let's start. Let's keep going and do the booking one, and we're gonna do the different language at the end. So we have these two. Let's create a new one. Start over. What booking site should we do? Barbershop, yeah. Let's do again London barbershop. It's showing me local ones. What if we do barbershop in top 20? Pasha Barber. Do they have a website? There we go. So this is their website. I'm already pretty sure that the one the AI is gonna generate is gonna do better, but let's see how it does the booking, because that's what's important. So let's go to their story, our story. Read more. So this is I think this is a really good example of, you would have a client and they would have like an old website like this one, and you can just take some about us text from their site and make a better website in 10 minutes or in 1 or 2 hours with edits, with a tool like this. Barbershop. Surprisingly many categories that it has, that ZWP has, that you can choose from. Pasha Barbers, premier barbershop located in the heart of London. This already sounds better than the original text. So let's go next. Let's skip this step. Again, let's pick a good mix of landscape and portrait. I like this one, this one. These are cool. This one's cool. And this one's cool, especially because it has the same model as the other photo. Then pick some portrait ones as well. Let's do this one, this one. This one looks funny. AI generated. Maybe not this one. Let's do this one because it's closer in style to the other one. Yeah. We can have this. So next. Let's do, should we do the block editor already? We're gonna do that for the last example, I think. Let's keep it within Elementor. Elementor is just so much easier to work with than the block editor. It's gonna be annoying and it's gonna not be responsive. So we have again different options. Let's look for like a way different. This one's pretty good with like a catchy headline. It would work very well. So we're gonna keep 35 in mind. I like this one as well. This one's pretty. I want to preview this one because it has a cool header. The header was transparent for this. It's not loading. Can you? Probably because we rushed through them. It didn't get a chance to load all of them. Damn, this one's really good as well, actually. Look at this. Beautiful. So let's check this one. And let's see it on mobile. Damn, this looks pro. I love this one. I think we're gonna go with it. Maybe a different color. What color are our guys using? Like a blue. Let's see. The brownish background. Should we go with this one? There's also like dark mode ones. Oh. I love how this part looks on this color scheme. But I'm gonna keep it simple. I will go with this one, and I think I want to change the color of the buttons to something else. Maybe like blue or something, but we can do that later. Let's see some other fonts. This one's decent. Open Sans, DM Sans, or Open. Let's go with this one. And I'm gonna keep it simple. I'm gonna deselect this. No live chat, just bookings. And let's start building. I'm really curious what it's gonna do for bookings. Like, is it gonna use an external service? Is it gonna use like a WordPress plugin for it? If I had to guess, it's probably gonna use a WordPress plugin. So for these guys, you can WhatsApp them. So just send them a message for a booking. Or they have this weird misplaced button for treat well. A treat well widget. This is actually probably a really good way to do it. So what they probably do is they integrate this treatwell service. I'm gonna choose United Kingdom, and I'm pretty sure you can, yeah, for your business, you can sign up as a barbershop, and then you can integrate this into your site. Men's grooming. I post. No, I don't want to sign up. All right, so we have it ready. But either way, I'm like, this would be a good way to do it. If you have like a barber shop, of course, you'd have something like this Streetwell CMS to book clients. And this is our site. I like the background colors, but as I thought, I don't like the button color. But that's easy to change. We just go to customize, and it should be really easy to change the global colors. I'm gonna try really fast to make it a little bit better. So for this color, like a dark blue, maybe a little bit like that. Then for the other one, should be that's maybe it should be orange or something. We're gonna leave it as it is for now. Not gonna spend too much time on it. And for the buttons, I want to make it a little bit less tall. It's too fat in height. Gotta do 13, 13. I'm gonna make it bigger actually in width. So let's do 30, 36, 30. All right. Change the size. Was for 36. So made these changes. I think that's decent. This blue is maybe not the best choice, but I don't want to fiddle too much with it. Book now. It doesn't take us anywhere. So we have the home. We have about. And that looks really good. I think it looks better, guys. What do you think? Which site is better? Is it this one that we copied with the links that don't work, or does this one look more modern? I think this one looks more modern. Mentorship program, we do. That's fine. We probably don't offer memberships in. Or if we do, it should be linked to the offering, which look good. Donate. Why would you donate to your barber? Is your barber that poor? But this is cool actually. Name, let's see. Can I donate? We were not able to order. What is? Let's see. Check out. Let's see. But we're gonna find out. The blog is probably the same as before. Yep. Looks really good. I love it. Out of the box. And the contact form, the contact page with FAQs. Beautiful. Pretty good. I can see it has late point. And what else? Let me all of this. And I can't wait to look at the plugin. So we have Elementor, starter templates, Sure forms. What's new is SureCart and late point. So the donate thing, I'm definitely sure it's SureCart. It is with Elementor. Let's see how this donate page is made. It's actually interesting. You wouldn't donate to your barber, but it's cool that the AI inserted it into the site. And the design of the donate form is pretty good. So it's just a short code. So to edit it, you would probably go to shortcut settings right here. Up, and I'm sure you can edit somewhere. Design and branding. Yeah, but we don't need shortcut. Probably uses it to take payments from LatePoint, which is the other plugin. So let's see LatePoint. All right. I just want to get to their website and see what they have. All right. So it's $79 per year. Cool. But how do you get appointments? So you can manually add appointments, work hours, you can accept payments. This actually looks like a cool plugin. Form field. Nice. Can I preview this? Pending booking. So in the free version, you can probably make bookings yourself manually. This looks good, but I'm not sure how to actually use the form. Let's see. All right. I actually think I want to check this plugin out. It looks really good. I'm just not sure where the forms are. Sure forms. Will it be one of the, will it be made in Sure Forms? No. Feedback. So it didn't automatically put it on our front page. It's just the AI just installed a plugin for us that we can use to configure bookings. There's no booking page even, just a book now button. So they didn't do much except install a plugin for us to configure ourselves. Resource set, workflows, booking, available service. All right, so you need to put in like haircut, with extras. Save. Next. Available agent Andre. Save. Next. Can we just see a form? Next. All right, so we're editing the actual form. Next. When would you like to pay? Getting long. Change order. All right, so you can trim these steps maybe. Doesn't have to be as many. Next. 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 Jeez. All right, so this was the form. This was like a preview of the form. Yeah, this is an example of a plugin that's too freaking complicated. It should be so easy. Pending approval. These should all be like advanced settings. So new appointment. So you have a shortcode for the new appointment tab. Let's see just real quick. Booking form. General. Give me the, and I want to go to the home page in Elementor, and I'm just gonna try to add that shortcode here. See what that does. Probably make text. I just want to see what the form does. It's not configured, so it might not do anything, but I want to test it out. Go to the home page. All right, so if I actually configured it, I could probably select my service that I want here and make a booking. That's cool. Wasn't as complicated, I guess. Just had to find the short form. So this is what it makes for a booking site. And we copied this barbershop site, and I think it did a good job. It looks decent. It's showing my home title here. I probably messed something up in Elementor. If this happens to you ever, you just need to go to Elementor, click here, and go to hide title, general setting, hide title. There we go. And now it's gonna be. So I think the design is beautiful, just like with the other ones. But if you want complexity, like if you want a booking site or an e-commerce site, the AI is not gonna completely do it for you. You're still gonna have a bunch of work to do after. But the design is beautiful and it makes it fast. So that's cool. Let's try the last thing. The last thing for the website generations that I wanted to try was a website in a different language. So let's do, I'm gonna do a different language site. Let's do like a digital agency and go next. What site should we make? Let's make like a digital marketing agency site. And I'm just gonna copy again some text from some guys. Dang, this site is too hard to navigate. Let's do these guys. And just copy some Romanian text. Did I select Romanian? Let me select Romanian. So you could select any language. You're gonna see they have like over 50 languages here, I think. So all of the major languages, the AI is pretty good at doing, obviously. So I'm gonna improve this and it should do it in Romanian. Cool, next, skip this. Again, I'm just gonna quickly select some images, doesn't really matter which. I just wanna see how the copy looks in a different language. And I'm also gonna select the block editor this time, just to see how it differs from the Elementor option. So the previews are in the different language. And I can notice already that the templates are quite different in the block editor compared to the Elementor one. Cool. I'm gonna choose simple. Let's do this one. Continue. Nothing complex this time. I just want to see how it does it. Gonna let it build, see what it comes up with, and then the last thing I want to do is do the blueprints, which I think is really useful for agencies or freelancers. All right, let's see the website. Let me turn on the light, it got dark. And we've got the Romanian text this time. It did not get confused. And I can confirm the text is decent. So it's really cool that you can make sites in different languages. But now that we've confirmed that, I also want to see what plugins it uses and what theme. Let me miss this. Spectra. So let me change the language, because the language is in Romanian. I'm gonna do English now. All right, so we can see, I want to see the theme first. The theme is still Astra, that's good. For the plugins, it uses Sureforms and Spectra. That's interesting. Spectra is it's a block editor plugin, and Sureforms for the contact form. So we have the pages, and let's try to edit the home page. I also want to see the contact form. Looks good. Test it real quick. Okay. There's an error. We probably need to go to it and try to edit, see what's wrong. But so with this block editor way, you can edit the site over here in the block editor instead of Elementor, which, to be honest, I don't like, because this is usually, I don't know, less user-friendly, in my opinion. Harder to work with. It has a bunch of technical jargon things that are not well organized, so it makes it harder to edit. Yeah, so to be honest, I don't like this. I much prefer the Elementor way. But yeah, that's it. I don't want to spend too much time there because that's annoying for me to use this this different builder. I just like Elementor and you know, in general, just builders that make it easy like that. I don't like working in the WordPress block builder. Cool. So we've tried the different language, and now the last thing that I want to try are the blueprints. So the blueprints are like, so let's create a new one and let's see. So basically we've made these 4 sites during today's stream, and we've changed them, right? So for this Pasha Barbers one, we've changed this booking form. We've added it here, and you can keep working on the site and get it perfect, exactly how you like it, and have like the booking forms right, and you know, just finish up everything that the AI wasn't able to do for you. And then once you have that, you can make it into a blueprint. You can either create blueprint here, or you can go to blueprints, create a new one, convert existing. And I'm gonna do the Pasha Barbers for our example. Next, I'm gonna do Pasha Barbers VP blueprint. I'm gonna make it publicly shareable. I'm gonna create it. And now it's gonna create, it's gonna transform that staging site that we made into a blueprint. And we'll see exactly what that means in a second. So as you can see, in staging sites, we no longer have the Pasha Barbers one. And in usage up here, you see we can make 5 blueprint sites and 10 staging sites with the Pro Cloud plan that I have. But we've turned this one into a blueprint instead of a staging site, and we need for it to finish. And now it's finished. So now if we click it, we still have the normal website that we had before. As you can see, it's the same link, but we also have a blueprint link, and we can copy this one. I'm gonna go to incognito. So I'm going to incognito so that I'm no longer logged into ZipWP. So anyone can use this link, just go to it, and they can create a copy of that website that I made. They just click launch, and then it makes a one-to-one copy of that website. So if you're like a content creator like me, you can make designs like this, and you can give the link to people so that they can start from the same point where you are. Or you can make templates and then duplicate them easily whenever you're working with clients. So you would have like a template that you like, a good starting point, And instead of installing like WordPress from scratch each time, you just use the blueprint and you start from your own point where you know you already like to start. So it's telling me that, so I'm not logged in now, everyone can do this. So it's telling me that the site expires in 4 hours. Because that's the limit when you don't have a ZipWP account. But if you need more time, you can create a ZipWP account. It'll stay here for longer. But as you can see, it has the booking form here and all of the other changes that we made. So that's what a blueprint is. It's super easy to make templates here and easy to duplicate them afterwards and change them however you need for every project. It saves a lot of time. All right, so that was the blueprints. That was the last thing for ZipWP that we wanted to try. So what do I think after making these 4 different sites? I think it's a super useful tool if you want like a good starting point. The website is gonna be like after you make the website, it's gonna be, I would say, probably 80% there. Hey Elenas, I'm just seeing your message. Welcome. And then you can obviously adjust it yourself and finish it. It was really good at making like a local business website that's super simple and it has a good looking blog. So surprisingly, we made these 2 websites in one go because the local business website came with a blog and it looked really good and was easy to edit in the beginning. We also tried to make an e-commerce site, which was decent, like the design was really good, but the e-commerce part, you would still need to work quite a bit to finish it. And you would need to add your own products and edit the shop page and all that. But the setup, the base setup was really good. Then for the site in a different language, ZipWP supports over 50 languages. It was really cool that it could do a website in Romanian for me. It doesn't only do English. And then we did like a barbershop booking website, which was this last one. Again, the design was good. You would need still, of course, to manually configure the booking form and all that. It used the plugin to do it, which is probably a decent way to do it. So yeah, overall, I would say it's good. I would say it's at least like a 6 out of 10. And it's only gonna get better. They're gonna keep adding templates and stuff. So if they do new things, I'm probably gonna check in with the ZipWP again and see what new things they added. The blueprints are really good. If I make designs, templates that I want to share with you guys in the future, I might actually use this and share them so that it's easy for you to, you know, copy my work and save a bunch of time instead of follow every single step. And yeah, surprisingly, what was surprising for me is that you still have, you know, where we started, the dental clinic in London, you still have websites that look like this in 2025, you know? And the AI makes it way easy to make a website that looks better than this. I mean, this is not good. At least I don't think it's good. This button here, they probably put it here so that it's super big and people click it, but there's better ways to catch people's attention and turn it towards the button, I think, rather than make it take up half of the space on the page. Yeah, I think that's about it for ZipWP. Thank you guys one last time for watching. This was pretty fun. I hope to stream more. It was my first stream ever, so thank you so much for watching. I think I want to do a stream where I'm gonna rebuild I have like a super basic website on wpmkr.com and I want to rebuild it. So I think in the next stream I might go and do that. And we can do it together live and hopefully learn a bunch of stuff together that way, along the way. And again, thank you guys so much for watching. I will end it here and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.